Welcome to Cam Look, your daily dose of the Cincinnati Art Museum. At 10 o'clock every weekday, a staff member or volunteer will be here to share an object from our collection, so join us for each new conversation. My name is Bettye, and I'm a docent at the museum. This is the Art Museum's 140th anniversary. Now, there are many stories of how our art palace on the hill came to be, but I'd like to share one, the story of the three Marys, the story of three women from Cincinnati from three different eras whose gifts to the museum changed the course of its history. Let's start with Mary Emery. Mary's husband and both sons died at an early age, leaving Mary as one of the richest women in America. She used her wealth to help the Cincinnati Zoo, the University of Cincinnati, Children's Hospital, and she founded the village of Marymount. But she was also most generous to the Cincinnati Art Museum. Mary worked with museum experts to acquire great European masterworks like our Titian portrait of King Philip II. She gave 46 of these works to Cam when she died in 1927. She also gave an endowment to allow free admission on Saturdays and donated a new building expansion. Then, in the 1940s and 1950s, Mary Hanna became another great donor. Her father and all siblings died, leaving her with a fortune. Mary gave to University of Cincinnati medical research and helped to found Fresh Air Farm, now Stepping Stones. At the Art Museum, Miss Hanna gave another new building wing, as well as 34 European paintings and many other works, like this Degas pastel of a ballerina in her dressing room. The 1960s brought our third Mary, Mary Johnston. She was the niece of William Cooper Proctor, the president of Procter & Gamble, who left his estate to Mary. She led a fascinating life. She was a missionary in the Philippines, a World War II battlefield nurse, studied under Maria Montessori, and operated a farm. In Paris, she developed a love for modern art and collected Impressionist and modern works before it was fashionable. We have Mary Johnston to thank for 35 modern works, for example, our Van Gogh, a Cézanne, Braque, and Gris. I can't imagine what our museum would be like without the generous gifts of the three Marys. We would not have great faces like Anne Ford, Van Dyck's Man in Armor, Frans Hal's Dutch family, and Spanish kings. We wouldn't have great Dutch and French landscapes. We would miss being challenged by Picasso, Modigliani, and Chagall. So we are so thankful for the three Marys and their different interests. It is now the 21st century. It is up to all of us to keep the Art Museum strong. Now, we can't all give buildings or masterworks, but there are things that we all can do. Could you be a member of the Art Museum, give to ArtsWave, or become a volunteer for an arts organization? And they all need visitors and audiences. So the question of the day is, what can you do to help keep the arts strong in Cincinnati?